Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Mushabbar. Today, for our series on sharing life and experiences, we have a great guest with us. He is a special guest. His name is Dr. Alhaji David Caulker. Before we talk with him, and I want to give you a short introduction of David. He has done his Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Electronics Engineering from IUT, Islamic University of Technology, which is an integral organ of OIC, Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Actually, I have also studied together with him in that university. He was my class fellow back about 26 years ago. Just 1 minute, my phone is, I have to close this. So I think we are back. So I was saying that we have been studying together in Islamic University of Technology. We were yearmate. We were studying basically together in the same class. So I know him from last, I think, from 26 to 29 years back. But during this 26 years of time, we have been talking actually very little with each other. Maybe only were having few sentences chat in social media, not much. So this is more like meeting with him after 26 years roughly. And so let's come back to David. So after studying Bachelor of Science from IUT, he went to Malaysia for his PhD in electrical engineering uh, at a university called University Technology Malaysia. And then I think after spending some time, he went back to his original hometown in Freetown in Sierra Leone. And right now we are talking with him. He's in Sierra Leone in Freetown. So that was a very short introduction from me to him. So hello, David. Welcome.
Hello. Yeah, thank you very much, Mushabbar Sadiq.
Yeah, it has
I
been
am
a
very,
long time. Yeah, talking like
exactly,
this. Yeah.
it has been a very, very long time. Alhamdulillah, we have this social media now. It has made everything possible for us. After 26, 27 years, as you made mention, since 1993,
Yeah,
December, it was a
1993.
very
Yeah,
long time.
very long time. And this
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
great thing about social media. Now I am thinking I will have such interviews from many of our class fellows as much as I can, so that we
MashaAllah.
we can learn from each other what they are in their lives and what they are doing, and then we can closely connect with each other more and more.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So right now you are in Freetown in Sierra Leone.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I am.
Okay. So let's start from the very beginning. Before even you joined IUT, how was what you were doing in Freetown that time? Before you joined IUT, you were studying, you were having family or friends or working, or what was your life then?
Well, thank you very much for your question.
Yeah.
Well, at the time of coming to going to Bangladesh at that time, I was in the university. I started my university course there, and midway in that program, then I had this scholarship opportunity. And of
Mhm.
course, I left because I didn't want to go initially.
Mhm.
But due to, we were in the civil war at that time, and everyone I speak to, I ask about their advice. They will tell me, my friend, you have to go because we're in a civil war, and also those countries there you are going to, they are much more advanced in terms of education experience that you're going to have there with you. So it's better for you to make this opportunity to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Bangladesh is generally very good in education. They have a good, I think, rate of education among women and men. Percentage is high, and that university especially was very good, very high. But I think one thing we should tell to the our viewers or audience that that university belongs to OIC, Organization of Islamic Cooperation. It does not really belong to Bangladesh. It is only located there,
Yeah,
and it was providing very good environment. It was like something very exceptional. I have never seen in my life such university. Even though I have done like 3 masters from Sweden, I have studied from 5 universities here in Sweden. I have went to even MIT in USA. I wanted to see that, but I have never seen such thing like Islamic University of Technology in Dhaka, Bangladesh. So it was very special. So how many actually you went to IUT during that time from Sierra Leone? There were, I think, many from Sierra Leone. It was 4 5 people, or
oh, yes. First of all, you are you are right because you have walked a lot, traveled a lot, and you studied a lot. You know the experience. We've seen that that is true. That we cannot find that kind of
Mhm.
environment, opportunities we had in Bangladesh than any other university. If you remember very well, our Director General, Professor Dr. Patwari, he used to tell us IIT is the melting point, melting pot, for
Mhm.
different cultures, Muslims come together. So I remember still very well about that. So yes, we left here in Sierra Leone. About five of us left. Five of us left for
Okay.
Bangladesh.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. So if we then you joined IUT and we were class fellow there, and as you said, we found a very different environment there, and it was very exceptional environment. Actually, I even knew about Pakistan more from Bangladesh, because in Pakistan is a long country, is a big country. I have not met people from different background in Pakistan, but in Bangladesh, I met even Pakistani people from all over Pakistan. So I knew even more about Pakistan from Bangladesh, and also I knew the concept of Islamic Ummah from that university. So because we were all brothers from all over the world, and we knew culture of each others, and we know how we behave and how we live in our day-to-day lives, we became like brothers. I mean, it was an exceptional environment. We were working together, we were eating together, we were playing together, and we were studying together. So so
Yeah.
and what are your feeling about I mean, in when you have spent 4 years in IUT, am I right?
Yeah, I was there for 5 years
five
because
years
after,
okay.
yes, another extra year we did the postgraduate diploma course. In 97, we had that civil war in Sierra Leone. So
Okay.
we were about to come back,
Mhm.
but then because of the civil war again, so we extended our stay again for another 1 year. So we did the
Okay.
postgraduate studies. But
Okay,
as you have said, Mushabbar,
yeah.
the life
Mhm.
in Bangladesh,
Yeah.
IoT,
Yeah.
was totally different. We
Yes.
saw whereby there was no discrimination amongst ourselves.
Yes.
Example to you, let me come to you. Most of your friends were Africans,
Yeah.
if I'm correct. So you
Yes,
were
that.
so much with us, you love African culture, remember the African nights, you used to participate in those events also. I
Yes.
saw a photograph you posted, I think it was in 1995, sports,
Yes.
where those Cameroonians were there. Even I was absent in that photo, but you were there. It showed how we were as brothers in that place. It was a
Yeah.
good opportunity we had. You
Yeah.
see, so I don't know whether it's still the same in IUT, but our times were different. You
Yeah, it
see,
was. I
you
think it's a little bit different now, but still
yeah.
they have this international environment now. The
Oh yeah, yeah.
number of international students are less now, because I think OIC is not
Okay,
funding so much, so the number of
okay,
international students are less. But
okay,
they still have this environment. So there's
okay,
and the university level it has become even I think better. So now it's the best university in the whole Bangladesh. It's like a
okay.
first choice for Bengali students.
Oh
So
wow, that's good
yeah,
improvements.
yeah. So they have done good work, and now you can do even PhD and postdoc in that
Yeah.
university. In our times, there
Okay.
was no PhD there. So
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
so yeah.
It was only at master's level. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk more about in IUT. One thing that I learned from you guys, from all the Africans, especially you and your, I think countrymate Samura. Samura is,
Yeah.
I think, still is in Australia. So one thing I learned from you was sports and football. So
Okay. Yeah.
I was the, if you remember, I was the only Pakistani after Bajwa who became like who could become member of the IUT team.
Yes.
So
Yeah. I
we have a
remember.
university, yeah, football team, and
I
I
remember you
remember,
were a goalkeeper.
yeah, yeah, I was mainly playing as a goalkeeper, and
Yes.
then I remember you was excellent in football. It was something in your blood,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So
True. True. True.
so is it for every Sierra Leone guy that he is good in football, or is it only you and Samura?
Well, football is just like cricket in Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, which they are
Okay.
main sport. Football is our main sports here, and we love football here. Majority of the guys can play football, but not everyone is a good player,
Yeah.
as you made mention.
Yeah,
You see,
and what I remember also is that the football team of this Islamic University of Technology, this is like a university level team, but it could
yeah,
compete with the Bangladeshi national team. So this was not
yeah,
less than the Bangladeshi national team, because we
yeah,
have lot of African players in that team.
yes, yes.
Yeah, so that was something usual. So what other sports you did in that university? Do you remember now?
Where in Bangladesh
In
or in
Bangladesh,
Malaysia?
in
Well,
Bangladesh.
after we finished the undergraduate course.
Yeah,
So I did that PGDT, that is postgraduate diploma in technical education
yeah.
with specialization in electrical engineering.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
yeah, yeah, that was the course we did.
Okay, and then after that, you went to Malaysia.
Well, after that, I worked in Bangladesh. I didn't go
Okay,
directly.
okay,
Yes, I was there as one of the teachers in the secondary schools there because
okay,
due to the civil war and also trying to go abroad also in other parts of the world.
okay.
So trying to raise some funds also for me to be able to move.
Mhm.
So eventually I stayed back for about 8 years after
Okay,
1998. Yeah. So in
okay,
2006
okay.
December, so yes, I got admission to go and study my master's engineering in power engineering.
Mhm,
So to Malaysia,
mhm.
and on completion of that, I entered for the PhD.
Okay, so it was the
Yeah.
same university where you did masters and PhD. It was
Yes, the same
okay,
university. Yeah.
okay, okay. Then I think it's good if you update your LinkedIn profile, because your LinkedIn profile does not have these are very good information.
Okay, thank you. It's a very, very long time. I've not
It's a
been.
very
I have to do
long time,
that.
yeah.
Yes,
And
yes.
I think this is amazing. I did not know that you have worked also in Bangladesh, and then I did not know that you have done this first, because I thought you directly went to for PhD. I did not know that you have done masters and then
I did a
PhD.
master's degree. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So
Mm.
did you get a scholarship, or how did you manage to find that opportunity?
Well, it wasn't a scholarship. I went there on my own little resources to pay for the first semester.
Okay.
So, but when you go to a place, when you're there, you will find the ways how to be able to support yourself.
Okay.
So I was
Okay.
there, and I was lucky to meet a good professor who was my supervisor for my master's thesis also. So
Okay.
he helped me a lot to secure small job in university so
Mhm.
that I used to sustain myself with. And
Okay.
although there were areas that I have to pay to the university, but he
Yeah.
always made sure I was able to do my registration online. You
But that
see,
means you have been working very hard and very hard.
well, I
It's
worked very hard. I during
yeah.
the same time, I will have
Yeah.
to tell you that was when I just went to Malaysia.
Yeah.
Maybe less than 3 4 months, I lost my mother.
Oh,
Whom
inna
we have,
lillahi wa
yeah,
inna ilaihi raji'un. Yeah.
I'm telling you. So we have been so close. The only time we separated was the time I left Bangladesh.
Okay.
And when I came, she fell ill from Malaysia, and then I lost her. So
Okay.
it was a very difficult moment in my life those times.
Yeah. Yeah.
In terms of financial wise, emotionally studying wise.
Yeah.
So, but Alhamdulillah, I worked very hard and I
Yeah.
secured very good results to
Yeah.
be able to promote to finish
Yeah.
my master's degree.
Yeah, thanks to Allah. And then I think the young people who are now thinking about their future career and their future goals, they should actually listen to us and to David, and they should know that what I mean how hard people are working, because
Yeah,
nowadays I have heard the young people, they are only complaining without working hard, and they don't know what is hard working. And I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
you are one of the great example of hard working. And I should also tell the viewers that that time Islamic University of Technology did not have opportunity to do a PhD. Now they do have, so now you can
yeah.
do that, but that time they did not have. And David is I think one of the three, you are three people who did actually uh, PhD from our era. So it's like Tajammal, Dr. Kiani, and then David, you. So you are
MashaAllah.
only among the three top people from
Wow.
IUT. Now
Wow.
maybe the new generation may have done some more PhD. So maybe now we have several more PhD candidates,
Mm.
several students who have done this, but they are junior than us. So I think from our batch, you are only few, three, four people. So and it's not easy. It's not easy to do it. Even if you had all the money, all everything, still it's not easy. And then
It's not easy, my
yeah,
brother.
yeah,
You have to have that, first of all, mental strength,
yeah,
that perseverance, patience.
yes,
But for me, I knew why I needed to do it
yeah,
because I knew the situation was such that I needed to further because I always have at the back of my mind to come back to Sierra Leone.
yeah,
And I remember once we were in Bangladesh,
mhm,
one of our former ministers he visited Bangladesh.
yeah,
So we went to his hotel, as Hotel Sheraton Hotel.
mhm,
One of the advice that was in 2003, I was still there. He said,
yes,
make sure when you're going back to your country, make sure you don't go without your PhD.
yes,
That was
yes,
what he
yes,
said. He's also
yeah,
a current minister of, at that time, he was a minister of education.
okay,
Now their government, their party is in power now. He's now the minister of health and sanitation here. So you see, so it was essential.
yeah,
You
yeah.
see.
So how many years in total you have spent in Malaysia?
Malaysia, roughly 10 years.
10 years, long time. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
this time you have been working as well in the university and then studying, and when did
Yeah,
you
so,
complete? Yeah. Yes.
well, I started the master's degree in 2006 for 3 semesters.
Okay.
I completed that in 2008. Then, straight in 2008, I registered for the PhD and I completed that in 5 semesters. That in 2011.
Okay.
Yeah, so after 2011, I got a position as a visiting lecturer in our university there. Well, that
Okay.
was for 3 months. Whilst I was there, the Telecom Malaysia, so they advertised for a position. One of my colleagues informed me that and I applied and I secured a job as a senior researcher in the research and development
Yes.
arm of the telecommunication unit. So then I worked for them for about 3 to 4 years.
Yes.
Yes, then after that, at the end of that in 2015, my contract ended with them. So I was thinking of going to the UK to go and do my MBA because I got an admission actually to go to the United Kingdom 2015, 2016.
Yes.
But due to many difficulties, situation in my life again, so I decided to come back home to Sierra Leone. Then I came
Okay.
to Sierra Leone in 2016 August.
Okay. And what are you doing now in Sierra Leone?
So when I came back to Sierra Leone, I applied to university, our premier university, University of Sierra Leone, Frobe College, to be specific. I applied as a lecturer. So I got a job as a lecturer. I've been lecturing for the last 3 years now, since 2017 till
Okay.
today, May, yeah. And then last month, I was appointed as the head of planning unit in the Ministry of Energy.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So now you are in the government. It's like a
IS, I'm in the
government
government,
job.
yes.
Okay.
Also
Uh,
lecturing at the university also.
okay. So you are also like lecturing in the university, and then can you tell me again this was job was more related to environmental engineering or what the planning regarding
Planning in terms of the energy sector,
in the energy sector?
mainly, yes, electrical, electronic, electrical engineering, power sector, electricity, yeah.
Okay. So it's not like oil and gas. It's more like power engineering,
Power
electricity, and
engineering, yes, yes.
okay.
So we are supporting the other stakeholders, our distribution
So
companies, as well as our transmission generation companies.
okay, okay. So congratulations. I think now you will have a, I think good life ahead, but lot of responsibility as well.
A lot of
Yeah,
responsibility, alhamdulillah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So let's talk a little bit more about your personal life. Are you married now?
Yes, alhamdulillah, mashallah, married.
Okay, and how many kids you have?
Well, Allah has not blessed me with so many kids yet. I have two,
Okay,
but I intend to
mashallah.
increase the number.
Okay, I have a
Because
five.
I am, mashallah, alhamdulillah. I need three more to reach you.
Yeah, but you know, in Sweden, most of the people have one or two, and when I tell them I have five, they normally look very strange at me. But
Okay.
it's normal in Pakistan. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and maybe it's normal in Africa to have more kids. But I think the more kids, the better, because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why people are, especially in the Western world, especially in the Sweden. I have no idea why they want less children, because here there's no financial problems for children, so children can get good
Yeah,
education, can get everything. And I think the
yeah.
more children they have is better, because also there is lack of human resources in Europe.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah. So how old are your kids?
Well, the elder one, I married early, as you mentioned, the time I was leaving Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Later on, he's about 20 something now.
Okay.
And the youngest one is about 10 years now.
Okay. Okay.
10 going to 12, yeah. 10 going to 12.
Yeah. And you want three more children?
I want, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah, Allah will bless you.
I
Okay.
mean,
And so we already talked about the difficulties and other stuff. Do you still play some games? Because I think sports was something in your blood, and now we are becoming older. So I don't know.
yeah. Well, up to Malaysia, I used to play.
Okay.
When I was in Bangladesh, let me
Mhm.
tell you, one of those schools I was teaching, I was the football coach also.
Okay.
I used
Okay.
to coach both boys and girls. So many of them, some they have 50 students,
Mhm.
50 to 60 pupils on the pitch on that day, how to control them. It's not
Okay.
easy.
Mashallah.
When
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
went to Malaysia also, I used to play football for our company, that telecommunication company I was telling you about.
Mhm.
So, but for now, I've stopped playing almost 5 years ago now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because I also feel at my age now, if we play with the same power, I think we will break our bones.
we will break our bones. There is no, then you don't have much timing, but it's good to go and
Yeah. Yeah.
exercise
Yeah.
once in a while.
Yeah. So in Malaysia, you were also playing football there as well?
Yes, I played. I played for
Okay.
our company. Yeah,
For
when
your
we used to
company.
play games.
Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay. Let's me. I have written some questions for you, so let me check. We have gone through everything. Um,
yeah.
what kind of problems you could face in your current role from the in the ministry?
Well, since I'm currently new here, of course, there are challenges will be there. People will be
Mhm,
a bit scared of opening themselves to you, like in terms of getting required projects that we they have already been done before. You
mhm,
want to get access to them to review them so
mhm.
that you can see where you can make the necessary plans for the ministry, you know. And
Okay.
also, yeah, so far there are little, since I'm just new, there are little challenges. But I
Mhm,
hope as time goes on, those things will be ironed out. But we're having full support from the MCC, the Millennium Challenge, actually. So
mhm,
they are the one who are funding the
mhm,
planning units
mhm.
in the Ministry of Energy, and they are the ones who are funding everything. So I think they have provided all the necessary support that we require
Okay.
to
And
start out. Yeah.
one more question, because you are also connected with university. I
Yeah.
mean, are there nowadays, are there still students from Sierra Leone that are going to that university through IUT from your university and from other places,
Well,
or?
from my university, because I'm not sure, because normally what we do, they apply through the Ministry of Education.
Mhm.
So I don't know but there are students who are still going.
Yeah.
Because when I was in Malaysia,
Mhm.
students were coming also from Sierra Leone to Malaysia, the same university. And in Bangladesh also, they do have one or two few ones are there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the number now, I can't know. I can't tell
I think
because
number could be very small. The reason is that
very small.
I looked into the IUT website, and they were saying that they have only, there are 57 member states, and now I think many people from many member states, they want to come to IUT, and they have only
Yeah.
20 seats on scholarship in, and they distribute this 20 among 57 countries. So they have
So, so
yeah,
it's a tough challenge now.
is a tough challenge. It's 20
Yeah.
students per program, but they have like 5 program or something. So about 100 students in total, they are on
Uh,
scholarship, and then
uh,
it's a tough. The rest, but they say okay, you can still come, but then you have to self finance. And let me tell you, it's more costly to study in IUT than in Sweden if you want to study on self finance.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I believe. I
So
believe.
I assume nowadays, I think maybe 1 or 2 people are coming from member states, if they are
Okay.
lucky. Yeah, so it's I think
Yeah.
numbers are very thin now.
Okay.
uh, yeah. So will you recommend your students and also your kids to go to IUT if they have the option?
If they have yes, yeah, of course, because we were lucky, Mushabbar, to have quality lecturers those time. People
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Dr. Shamsuddin,
yeah,
all these people, they are really good quality.
yeah.
And if that same standard we had
Mhm.
is maintained, I
Yeah,
have no hesitation to recommend them to go.
yeah,
You
yeah,
see, because I learned a lot in Bangladesh.
yeah,
You see,
yeah,
so that knowledge helps me a lot. Trust
yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was very good. Now I remember Dr. Shamsuddin. When Dr.
yeah,
Shamsuddin used to write, people sometimes used to complain that he is not writing very neat and clean,
yeah,
but he
yeah.
was focusing on concepts. And my handwriting is worst among the all Pakistani students. So I'm not good in writing, but I knew the concepts. So people sometimes
Yes.
used to tell me, Shamsuddin is giving you good numbers because he don't know how to write and you don't know how to write. But I was telling them, his technical teacher, he don't care about writing, he care about
Yes.
the
Well,
concepts,
because the knowledge, yeah.
the knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was amazing. He is no more. I think he died when you were there.
Really, I don't know.
Okay, I
I don't
heard
know.
he died long time ago, so
Hmm.
but I don't know exactly when. So
But
he's no
Patwari
more.
is still alive, huh?
Hmm?
Patwari is still alive.
That I don't know.
Nitrogen
It's probably still alive, but probably he's not in the
active.
same university. So maybe he has
No,
different.
he's in America. He has gone long back to America.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, yes,
Okay, one thing I want to ask about IUT. I mean, it was a very good project from OIC. It was, as we talked, it was amazing. It was something that we have never seen before. I mean, when we were studying there, we were feeling like we are Muslim Ummah. But what about on the OIC level? I mean, people talk about OIC, that OIC is doing nothing. Okay, OIC has created this university, but did they took full advantage of us? That's the question. Uh, uh, IUT, I think IUT has done their job, because one of the job of IUT was to produce human resources for the development of member states of OIC. So
yes.
IUT has produced engineers, but what about on the OIC level? Did they get full advantage of IUT? What do you think?
Well, yes, IUC has done their job.
Mhm.
So the OIC now should have been able to monitor these countries,
Yeah,
see how many of their students have returned back home and what contribution they have done. They would have got a survey from, you understand?
yeah,
Based
yeah.
on that survey, then they see how the placements we are,
Mhm.
and then they will be able to say, okay, our project has become a success or not. But there is no measuring
Yeah.
scheme for them to know whether they were successful in that project or not. But anyway, the OIC, we thank them very well because for
Mhm.
funding, because without their funds, we will not be able to go to IUT to study.
Yeah.
You see. So,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I think from that part they have done good. So they have
they have
created
done,
something
yeah,
very ideal university that
yeah,
there is no other example in the universe. But
yeah,
I think what they have failed is that they did not utilize these students when they passed from the university very well. They did not utilize me and you very well. They did
yeah.
not, because I am serving West. I am not serving
West,
Islamic Ummah. so
yes, yes, yes.
so
They
they
should
could
have,
have, yeah, they should have done they should have made some kind of industry connections, because
yeah,
I know Islamic Ummah, they need a lot of human resources from engineering,
yeah,
from technical education. So they were
yeah,
spending a lot of money on us. It's like a what I say, in my language, in Urdu, we used to call it like a red heaven. It's like everything. They are giving a lot of things to us. They are spending millions of dollars, but they are not utilizing us properly. I think they are not using us properly. Actually, I will say it's a very bad management from their point of view. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's true.
So
I totally agree with you because they should have been, okay, as I mentioned, this monitoring,
yeah,
they would have known what these countries they require. You
yeah,
understand? And
yeah,
maybe they would have prepared a proposal. Okay, we need this. These guys who have come now,
mhm,
they should come and train and teach the
yeah,
others who did not get this opportunity of going in terms of the
mhm,
technological aspect, the knowledge that they have gained. But nothing. You are right. Look at
yeah,
me now here. I'm not doing anything related to
mhm,
that except the knowledge I got. I'm not in the ministry lecturing, but I should be able to train others with
yes,
that
yeah,
knowledge I've acquired there by supporting like these industries, build places where
mhm,
OIC institutions, I should be there. You
yes, yeah,
understand? So that would have
yeah,
been good. I totally agree with you.
yeah. So I think their OIC has little bit failed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, I have also some questions about social media. I know that you have this Facebook profile, but you are not.
Yeah.
I think you are not very active in social media. You are most of people in our age. They are not very active in social media anyway. But maybe I think it's very good idea to be more active so that we can talk with each other. We know each other. So what
Well,
do you think? Yeah.
I totally agree with you. Yes. You know, initially I used to be very active. Now,
Mhm.
if I go there and I see a message, I send text message, that's it. But actually,
Yeah.
we should be active. Post what
Yeah.
we are doing, especially
Yeah.
our works. You
Yeah.
understand? Then our people will exchange ideas. And
Yeah.
okay, this is the thing. Maybe there's a problem I have related to such and such. I'll be able to contact Mushabbar in Sweden. He can be able to find a solution to that problem I have in Sierra Leone. How do we do that? It's by communication, by
Yeah.
using the instrument, the technology well that we have.
Yeah,
So I promise you now, I will be active. First, the first thing I have to do is to update my LinkedIn.
yeah,
Once I update that one, then we
yes,
can reach ourselves. We have the WhatsApp is there,
yeah.
those Facebook Live, so many different things are there.
So many
So
different
I
things.
agree with
Yeah.
you.
Another thing
Yeah.
is that now due to coronavirus we are not traveling, but I know some IUT people they were traveling a lot in Africa. I think not in
Yeah.
Sierra Leone. I don't know about Sierra Leone, but to Nigeria, to Cameroon, and there are a lot of
Yeah.
IUTians in that country, so they could meet with each other. They could, if they are, if we have still some kind of close connection. So
Yeah,
I'm
we need
trying to
to.
build that, and I think we
Okay.
should try to do that.
Yes, yes. I'll totally support you. I know. I know you always love the Africans. I know
Yeah.
you can do everything for our, welfare, for everything that is good for us. So build that, then you can
Yeah.
reconnect us. So if I'm sincerely, I can talk to you in Cameroon, Nigeria, or whatever. We can, share good experience. Look at what we had about Colomb's death. I didn't know until Mefere
Yeah.
posted it. You see,
Yeah.
if we have been connecting, we would have known these things.
We have known
You
this
see,
thing. That's correct.
yeah,
And also I mean I think we should not after leaving IUT we should not close everything. We should still live in the same environment. We should try to like brothers with each other. We should very be close to each other. And here,
yeah,
in Sweden we have like different Pakistanis to what is called communities, small
yeah,
communities. And but those people, they are not used to live in IUT, so they
yeah,
think about Pakistani. I should tell them, I mean, think about Muslim Ummah. We are Muslim. We are no more Pakistani. We are like
yeah, yes,
Islam Muslim Ummah. So,
yes,
and okay, we have our culture and background from different regions, but when you think about from Ummah point of view. And also we have
exactly.
some projects here to build mosque, and sometimes people call it Pakistani mosque. I say no, no, no. It's it's Muslim mosque. It's not
Okay,
Pakistani mosque. So
yeah,
I am very in favor of this, that we should have broader connections. We should meet with each other. We should, because we are like a Muslim Ummah, we are like brothers. So we should keep these connections, and we should try to even grow, try to expand. I think
yeah,
OIC should have not even hundreds, thousands of institutes like IUT, because
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
True,
because in
true.
IUT, there are, I think every year in our time, there were about 200, 300 students used to study. I think now there are about 5, 600 students study. And we are millions. 57 member states of OIC have millions of people. So they
People,
need
yeah,
like, yeah, so they need like thousands of these institutions.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
that's one, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, anything special you want to tell to, especially to the young generation, regarding struggle and hard working, and how they can succeed both in education and career wise?
Well, first of all, they should be honest with themselves. Have that
Mhm.
belief and faith in themselves, confidence,
Yeah.
and they should know their goal, what they aim to do.
Mhm.
Challenges should be there. They should
Yeah.
not say, okay, because I don't have money, I cannot do this.
Mhm.
You should put money should be your last priority. Try to achieve what you have set for yourself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will definitely provide the means for you. So there will be challenges. You should not just give up. Continue pushing hard. Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Respect your elders. Be friendly. So you never know who may come and help you tomorrow. But if you try to be so introvert, then you are not mixing up, you don't discuss with people your issues. So the most important thing, be yourself, work hard, have confidence in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, don't give up your
Yes.
goals. I think that
Yes.
is one thing I have to say about that.
Yeah. I think you explained it very well. Yeah. Yeah. And also I think young people, they should know this, that there is nothing that is possible for free in this life. I mean,
Yeah,
without hard working, no one can succeed. And also, I mean, Allah help those who help themselves. And like you
Yes,
explained the struggle that you had in your life, I mean, you was like it's not like working hard for 6 months or 1 year. It's like for 20
yes,
years or more you have
yes,
worked very hard. Yeah.
yes.
So
Yes, decades, my brother. We are
yeah,
still
it's
trying.
and
You
we're
see, we
still
don't
trying.
stop.
Yeah, still it's
Yes,
not ended. Yeah.
true.
So
You see.
so I think this thing very important for the young people to know. And
Yeah.
anything special that you want to discuss before we end this meeting? Something I have forgotten or?
Well, I think we've covered everything that we're supposed to discuss. I want to
Yeah.
appreciate very well what you are doing. May Allah
Yeah.
subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you good health and bless you for that because you are doing a fantastic job to try to bring us all together again and this kind of meetings.
Yeah.
So Allah will bless you into that. You are always a very nice person and very helpful. You are not selfish. There are some people when they have knowledge, they don't want to share. You're always here to help people. Whenever they meet, hey, Mushaba, I don't know, you will explain. I remember when you were teaching us about DOS. You came to our room, you hold your pen, you started writing because you had before we started the course, before we had started. So it was good about you. I remember very well you sat on my bed, there was a pen and paper, you had started writing those commands. I
Yeah.
cannot forget 93, 94. So this
Yeah.
is the type of person we have, Mr. Bar. May Allah bless you
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
Continue to do what you are doing, and we appreciate whatever little support we can give in this program.
Yeah.
You're always free to welcome us. I promise you now, try to be very active in the social media so that we'll be able to reconnect ourselves.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, David. And also, please, you can also tell me later on in the social media about different people I should conduct interview.
Okay,
I am talking with both Samura. I think he's in Australia somewhere there, and also Ismail Kamara. He's in Göteborg in Sweden. But I think I'm afraid if he's sick or not because he's not responding before he's used to respond. So so
okay.
if you find some person around you from IUT, especially from IUT, then I can also have this kind of conversation with him so that other people who
Okay,
are disconnected they know us, and then
sure,
we can extend our connection.
sure. Thank you very much.
Thank
Jazakallah khair.
Yeah, Jazakallah khair. Thank you, and then we will see you next time. Yeah,
Inshallah.
inshallah. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.